Shalom Rastafari, Assalamu Alaikum, peace to the kings and the queens and the earth. How's everybody doing today on this Monday? Hope everyone had a great weekend, you're safe, and as always, you're militant and ready to go. Wanted to get it off started with November being Men's Mental Health Month. Of course, we have the Movember, and we have, guys are trying to grow their mustache out to bring awareness. Some guys grow their facial out. We also have what does it say? No Nut November, whatever. But all in all, I understand that basically it's calling for us to have a conversation about men's mental health. And I want to specifically go with men's mental health, but I also, of course, want to talk about my black men, especially because I am a black man. I understand it even more. And how we have gone through in our life and what we go through every day. We definitely need to have more conversations about us healing and us being on top of our mental health. A lot of people don't know that men unalive or kill themselves every day, and the numbers have not decreased. They've continued to go up. There is an attack on masculinity, and people want to act as if like that's just some kind of, word or game. But if you look at it, the whole entire situation, the system has been trying to divide the family, divide the structure, and lower the value of the men as far as being provided, making it hard for us to provide, making it harder for us to protect, taking a lot of things out of our hands. And also even, with this gender war type of thing, it kind of flipped the whole time script. And again, as far as, men, we are now alone, We are now in this kind of circle where we're kind of, what are we supposed to do? And lately, in the past 5 or 10 years, I do like what I'm seeing as far as us having more conversations and not us just being tough guys, being out there on platforms, talking to friends. Like if you can't have a friend when you can talk to about real shit and that friend helps you and you get back on your grind, that's not really a friend of yours. I keep a tight circle of real serious, militant, yet motivating friends and that are in my circle that I've known since 98, 99, 2000. And we've had conversations on every level where we might disagree on something, where we may agree on something a lot. Hell, we might have it to the point where, we had to check each other on some shit. That's just real friend. That's what real friends do. And especially when it comes to men, that's what we need to have in our circle. I really do feel that we're not having enough conversations about our health. We're not having enough conversations about what's happening to our body. No one really, started talking about how, hey, when you hit 40 or when you hit 35 things, you need to really up your game on some herbs, up your game on your nutrition. You're not 20 anymore. You just can't eat whatever you want. And that is affecting our depression. And we don't know it because we are told to hold that shit in. We are told, there's times where now we're scared to even shed tears in front of our significant other, our woman, you know what I mean? We're scared to show emotion. And I understand that. I've done that before with an evil woman who an evil, and all of a sudden now it's crocodile tears and yeah. But all in all, you were just very evil. You don't care about anybody. You would only cry for yourself. So that person, I'm not gonna let them ruin what real women feel, because some women feel that it's okay, but I really do understand and understand that if you shed a tear sometimes in front of your woman, how that can make it kind of awkward. And some women want to see that, but to me, it's like it's almost tough for us to even do that. So imagine to the point where we can't even cry in front of specific people. As a woman, you can go and cry in front of anybody, and no one's going to judge you. You can cry because you didn't get your coffee right at Starbucks, and some people just be like, okay, whatever. Let a man do that, and they're gonna look at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, if you overstand that level of how we can't have conversations, I have my friends. They are militant with their rehab, militant with their healing. Go to therapy, go to couples therapy and their therapy. Stay in the gym, work out, travel. Make sure they have fun and make time to have fun. Work hard to have fun. Go head down south and go see some views, get some sun. And they've worked hard to do that. And some men, you just continuously, you got a lot on your plate. You got kids, you got, family, you got a job to hold down. And then you got all these things. And then at the end of the day, are you really even appreciated? Some platforms you are. Sometimes you are. And sometimes you're just overlooked. And it's almost like we follow code, and I get that. When you're on the front line, you're being a soldier for specific advocate, for specific reasons. Emotions can't really be a part of it sometimes, right? I had to take my emotions out a lot sometimes when it comes to these things. And when you're going through a lot of stuff, as a man, it could really hinder everything if you're not able to be fully a man. Women don't really understand that. They don't understand that, like, if a man can't provide and be a man that he knows he can be, everything is affected. His stress, if stress is affected, his brain's affected. There's a lot of other things that are affected. I ain't got to go into detail. He doesn't feel affection. He doesn't feel confident. And women need to, some women need to get over that. Like, oh, he just needs, like, like men are just, just fuck them and keep their balls empty and they'll be fine. Who cares what they're doing? As long as you're doing that, you're fine. No, you don't really, if you don't understand that, if he's not able to live his life, you ain't getting nothing out of that. You're not getting anything. And if you think that's bullshit, then go do some research, because plenty of men are in this era. That's why most of them end up taking specific pills just to get, the Johnson to a certain level, because the brain is just so stressed out that they just can't even get to that point. So let's just take some medicine to ensure that our queen is okay, and she doesn't think that you're, whatever. Because she'd take that personally. She wouldn't look at you. Most women wouldn't look at themselves as that. They wouldn't say, hey, what's wrong? Are you okay? They'd look at themselves like, something's wrong with me, or you're fucking somebody else. And so we have to continue to have these conversations within ourselves, by ourselves, because I'm not going to understand everything about a woman at all. I can do it. I can live with one. I could be with one. I can not be with one. I can be raised by 25. I can be raised by one. All those men who say that, we still don't understand women. You know what I mean? You could be raised by your mom and have 6 sisters, and you still don't understand. You'll be able to have a better understanding, but you won't understand shit about women. And most women, and because of men being so logical, they just think, oh, man, they're this, just do this and that. And not knowing that there's some rare breeds out here that don't need to do specific things for relief. They find it in a different way. They try to get up every morning and just try their hardest, no matter what circumstances they're in. And they need help. They need guidance. They need to be understood fully. They need safe spaces. They need to be also independent sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, we're used to that. So I'm going to keep banging the drum for our mental health, especially for black men, because I am a black man. It does not say anything. It's just that's who I overstand it for. And for our men out there, hold your head high. Keep the faith. Keep going. Keep strong. We are needed. We are valued. No matter how somebody treats you, no matter what they do, we are valued as men. No matter what circumstances you are, just keep on going. It's going to change over. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you got nothing. I don't care, whatever. Just keep on and don't give up. And I promise you, it's almost like if you don't give up, it's impossible for that shit not to happen for you for a better life. And I'm just talking about anything in general, getting your healing. Don't stop. Don't stop. Be militant with it, because you're needed. And if you fall off, trust me, if we fall off, there's no protection for the women, and then they fall off as well. So most of these women who hate men know for a fact that if we weren't here, you wouldn't be able to do a fucking thing. So when it's our time and it's our mental health month, we need most women to stand up and have more awareness for it. Say more stuff. Retweet more things. Do better. We need you, because we're going to bang the drum for you as well. Thank y'all for listening. I hope you have a great week.